Welcome, Harry, to the games room.
Right, so I did a video last week, first one ever, and I don't know, did it do well, did it not? I mean, it achieved like nearly 200 views, so in a week, and I'd never done anything like it before, so I thought, I had someone message me online and said, oh, why don't you just do a collection video, it's like your room kind of thing. I was like, well, yeah, I guess I could, I'll just quickly put it up kind of thing. So I'm just going to do a quick 5-minute video, and I've got a microphone thing that I'm testing, so I'm going away this year and want to do some things with the kids, so yeah, I'll just show you the room. So as you can see, I'll start to the left, really the boring stuff. I've got a couple of PCs set up. That's, well, I say PC setups, it's mainly console. My daughter sits here on the left and I'm on the right. That's where I do all of my modern gaming. More like competitive stuff with the kids, like Fortnite and things like that. I'm not any good, I'm not pretending to be, it's just things I do with the kids every now and again. Up here, you'll probably see just a few figures. Mainly the Super 7. I don't really mind the Super 7 stuff. I know it's not original, but I do kind of like the re-release modern Metro stuff. You have to forgive my voice as well. I've got a stinking cold this week. Convinced I picked something up at the gaming market last week, because you know how hygiene can be a problem in those places. So there you go. Few amiibos, a couple of handhelds. They're not originals. Micro player arcades. Those are original lock-ons. I don't know if anyone recognises those, but they're like laser tag, the first laser tag before laser tag at home, and they were made by Sega. I got 3 in the box. A guy was selling them well over a year ago on Marketplace, and I was like, I'm driving a bath to get those. I had them as a kid, so why wouldn't I get them again? More in depth, this is kind of like my Sega shelf of the collection. I will be going for a full Sega Power set at some point. All of this is double backed. Like, I'm running out of space. You know what it's like. It's literally like, the biggest nightmare we face as collectors is space. It comes, that's the biggest premium we pay. So you've got, I don't know, like major ones I've got, like your Castlevania, the new generation. That was actually a really good game. Expensive, but very good game. I think I'm around about 460 odd into my collection now, but I have got a list that I'm keeping track of. I just couldn't tell you off the top of my head what I have and haven't got. As you can see, it's all backed up behind there. Again, on every shelf, this is the same story, really. Everything is complete with manual. I don't ever, oh yeah, X-Mutants, forgot I had that one. I still need to get around to playing that. I won't take, I'm not like a snob per se, like example Exhibit A here. I don't need mint in the box, as long as it's like not hanging to pieces. That one's probably the worst one I've got, to be fair. Nothing else is like that. That one I will upgrade at some point, because that even bothers me to some extent. But yeah, I mean, as you can see, it is quite, is it a vast collection? I don't know, there's always going to be someone that's got more. That's obviously what I picked up last week, really pleased with that. If you saw the previous video, it was sat on, I think I got it for £30 in the end. So I was really pleased with that. That was my original cart, so I'm going to be selling that at some point. I'll probably trade it in CEX or something, just so I can get something else. Obviously you saw me pick that up as well. As we move down, I'll say this now, please don't judge. Like, it's a messy room. It doubles up, triples up. It's like a playroom for the kids, a storage game room for myself, a second lounge, a toy collection area. Kids come in all the time and ruin the carpets, everything. Like, as you can see, like, I need to repaint this place. I need to repaint everything. I need to rip up the carpets and start again. I just need to get some uniformity, really. Nothing's uniform. I started off doing really well, alphabetizing everything, getting everything in order, going black spine, blue spine, then the EAs, and before you know it, you're like, oh, I'll just slot in something there, and I'll just slot something in there, and before you know it, it's just a headache. So, but as you can see as well, as I just alluded to, there was all the blue spine stuff that I've got. These are actually, I picked those up from AliExpress, and they look terrible, don't get me wrong. The covers and the artwork is so cheaply done, but the cartridges don't look too bad, and they play really well, like, they work. And there's no other way of getting some of these games, so I tend to just get them when it's like modern re-release. I can't justify when I'm going for a full set. I can't then go, oh, get a subset and I'll go for all of the new modern releases. So again, Game Gear. I'm getting into. I had one as a kid. I managed to pick one up recently on eBay, and it works. Well, he did recap it, replace the screen. I've got Shinobi in there playing at the moment. As you can see, all plays really well, works amazing. Had real fun with that, and everything's so much harder on the Game Gear though. 2-button and the D-pad, it works, it does its job, but Christ, it's difficult. So there's a few games I've got on the Game Gear, just like a few of these cartridges, like nothing special, just like Batman, Jungle Book, and Little Mermaid, which I'll never play, Lion King, which is actually hard as, Donald Duck Caper, which I've got multiple copies of, so I've got that also down here with the Master System. Obviously these are all my EA titles, but of course again, they're backed up. And oh yeah, of course, the EA Sports white labels are all down here, like your FIFAs and your NBAs, things that you're never going to get around to playing, and things you have to get if you want a full set. So there's some of my Master System stuff. I'm debating what to do with those blue spine, the classic sub collection. It's just a nightmare to try and get them, and do I really want to go down that route? Then I have to go through for those like brown spine ones, which are like, I can't really remember what they're called, but I don't want to keep going for subsets. It's just getting tiresome as it is, and harder to find. My Nintendo side, again, I've not been well all week. Mainly amiibos up there. The lighting might not be very good, so I apologise for that. And the heavy breathing, because I'm struggling with it. But of course, we do have quite a lot of Switches, the modern stuff up there. That's mainly just my Mario shelf. And down one, you've got the Game Boy stuff. A lad in work actually 3D printed a Game Boy Advanced stacking thing for me. I've got one down there for this stuff, but it fits obviously Game Boy as well, so at some point I will stick that on there and replace it all. Got a few half decent ones, like Gargoyles was okay, it's nothing too expensive. That again was from AliExpress. It was released, it was a game McDonald's released, like in conjunction with the Grimace Shake thing that came out like a year or two ago over in the States. And obviously it came over here for a little bit, the drink that is. And some clever person put it on a cartridge and sold it. So yeah, you've obviously got Game Boy. Those are mainly my only Game Boy box stuff. They're worth a little bit. I just like the art on the box. I don't really play Game Boy too much, but like I say, it just looks good for the collection. And as you can see, I've gone for the ROM hacks of Pokemon games just because I thought they look great, and they're hilarious. This one is amazing. Pokemon my ass. It's honestly, it's adult themed, so I wouldn't recommend it to any kids to play that, but it's so good, like so good. Box complete versions of Fire Red and Pikachu Edition. A couple of lesser advanced ones like Harry Potter and Quidditch and Super Circuit, and I do have some SNES cartridges. Best one obviously being Turtles in Time. I just don't know how to display these things at the moment. I'm just running, like I said, I'm running out of space. Oh, Double Dragon, that's a good one. The Mask. Final Fight 2. I can't. I did have a and Dragon Quest 2 Japanese ones. I did have like a NTSC cartridge converter, but it just doesn't work, and I can't get it to work. So I have no idea if I'm doing something wrong or if it's broken. Got it from cash converters, and it's never worked, and I couldn't be bothered to take it back. I am at some point as well. Now, I know I've just given it the big one and said I want a full collection of that in PAL, apart from Lakers versus Celtics, because we know how much that can go for. I want a complete set of N64, but cartridge only. I'm not too many. I've obviously got a few boxed copies of games, complete in box, but I don't want to go for a full set in box only. That's just crazy. Money wise as well. I mean, financially, I would never recover from this, let alone that as well. So, you see a few good cartridges, standard stuff. It's all double backed at the back as well. I can't even, just rubbish ones. If they're at the back, there's a reason they're at the back. That was another one from an Express. It was a ROM hack, obviously, is of Mario Kart. It's all like, as you can, I'm hoping the camera picks that up well, but like Freddy and Chucky and everything, and Pennywise, that you play as those characters. Next, like NES. Don't really play much NES, but the two games that I really enjoy are Monster in My Pocket and Gauntlet 2. Chip and Dale is good. I can't fault that one, actually. That's complete in a box, and I've got some protectors, but again, I just can't display all of this stuff, and I don't really know how to do it, so any like suggestions would be amazing. That's my Animal Crossing dedication. I just loved it. It came out in, obviously, the first one I ever played was actually New Leaf, and it got recommended to me by a guy from Game. He was upselling, don't know why, but he was like, "Oh, you've got to try this game." I was like, it just seems like a little girl's game, and I guess I'm a little girl because I loved it, and I sunk hundreds and hundreds and hundreds of hours into it on my 3DS, and that's my 3DS collection. Everything's in box. I don't like having those cartridges too much. Hopefully you can see everything that's going on there. Maybe I should invest in some LED lighting or something, some spotlighting. Got the Nokia Engage. I managed to find that from a guy that I come across at a car boot. He's a reseller. He said I could have it for, I think, 20, 30 quid. It's not working. I need to replace the battery. It's a nightmare to find the battery, but I'll find one hopefully at some point. So some Lego sets and a Game Boy case, some GameCube. Big fan of Mario Party. That's complete in box Mario Party with the microphone. Mario Party 6 was my favourite. Absolutely loved it. Mario Party 7 close second, but some of the best Mario Parties ever. Went to Forgotten Worlds a couple of years back. Went up there for the weekend with the missus and managed to drag her along to that place when it opened. And even she was she's not really into all this, but even she was blown away by the place. I was like, I have to pick up that just because look how much better like that looks. I mean, don't get me wrong, that still looks great, but the Japanese box art is just amazing. Like, they've always been better than us. So next, move down, you've got some Wii U, some arcade. This is just shelf full of stuff at this stage. I mean, I haven't really got much to display at this point down here because no one really wants to duck down and see it. I mean, I'm going to be 40 next year, so the last thing I want to do is crawl on hands and knees just to look at what games I've got. So that's my little shelf for Nintendo Switch. Those mask things, they're felt masks. I found them at a gaming market in Cardiff last year. Everything's alphabetized. It's like anything from 1-2 Switch, Animal Crossing, all the way up to like, let's have a look, You Suck at Parking, and everything in between. If you ever want me to, if I ever do another video even, I could always go into a deep dive of what I've actually got. So this is kind of, this next bit is just the lounge area, the second lounge area for where we play the modern stuff and my consoles. But I'll start here very quickly. So if anyone, as you can tell, we're a bit of a Harry Potter family. We love it. I think that's mainly influenced from me, if I'm be honest. I don't know why, what kind of nerd I became as I was growing up, but yeah, I absolutely obsessed with it. I think it came out around about the time of when Philosopher's Stone. I was like 14, 15, and I was like, oh my god, it's going to be a kid. Why do I want to go see this? My dad was like, come on, let's just take the other two, because I'm one of three and eldest. I came out, I was like, yeah, alright, it was actually okay. And I've been obsessed with it ever since. So, just a few pop figures as well. Did have a massive pop collection at one point, but I've had to really whittle it down, just because it's just impossible. Oh, and if you see a load of dust, forgive me, I can't be bothered. I will at some point though. I got to get up to it. I do need to do my annual spring clean, my bi-monthly spring clean. Few more of the repro turtle figures, the Super 7s. This is my toy wall. This is one of my I do like just staring and looking at the toy stuff. I've ran out of room. I'm done. I can't get any more. There's the odd figure I can squeeze in here and there, but you've got like, so the loose figures up here, the turtle stuff, they're all originals. Collect along the way kind of thing. Anything in the box is the repro stuff that's come out in the last 5 or so years. They're all in good condition, to be fair, but all the loose figures are all original, everything you see. And of course Ghostbusters, grew up with it. I was so pleased with that when I found it. Little water gun, don't know if anyone had that as a kid. And also the projector little gun, loved that as a kid. All original figures, apart from obviously these are kind of newer. I believe that one was like 2001, 2002. Managed to find the Ghostbuster blaster thing with the phones. I was so pleased when I found that. And these are all original like Batman figures that I've kind of obsessed over with the animated series and Michael Keaton era. Biker Mice and Toxic Crusaders, Captain Planet, you know, the regular stuff. Mighty Max, absolutely obsessed with this as a kid. Always lost the figures, really hard to find now. And just like little bits and pieces, really. Loads of little bits and pieces. Bucky O'Hare, which obviously was a classic. He-Man figures, all originals. And Thundercat stuff, all originals as well. Forgive the dust and the old catapult. That was something a great uncle, when he was like a kid, whittled himself, and it's still going strong. It's something like, must be like 90 years old now. It's cool. And some Troll Warriors, is that what were called? I forgot. I don't know why it slipped my mind. So up here, a bit more Turtles. Power Rangers originals. These are all the watches. They're so discoloured, but I found them in Cyprus at a car boot of all places, like a year or two ago. Had to take those. Marvel Legends. Those are original figures from like anything from the 90s to early 2000s. But obviously, as you can see, those are the repro stuff. And a few more pops hidden down there. This is what I tend to play all of my this is what I tend to play all of my retro consoles on. It's a 32-inch Trinitron. You know, there's no other way to play it. So obviously I've already got hooked up my Dreamcast, GameCube, Mega Drive, my favourite of all, Master System, Mega CD, Super Nintendo, PS2. That's that converter I was telling about earlier, which doesn't work. Absolute nightmare. And over here is my next rack, which is just some loose cables. Commodore 64, I believe that was. Keep hitting things out of the way. Yeah, you know, the tapes. Yeah, it was Commodore 64. It was the first ever console I ever played. My old man kind of got me into that and loved it. Never looked back. Some Atari cartridges, Wii. As you can see, I'm packing everything in now. So you've got like Atari and Wii. How does that make sense? PlayStation. My Harry Potter collection of games. Every Harry Potter game I can get my hands on in Xbox. the 1966 World Cup winning Corinthians figures. I collected all of those as a kid. I don't know why I got rid of them in the end. It's just phases, isn't it? A bit more Xbox, PS2, PSP, and PS1. Got some okay PS1. That Pandemonium is the wife's favourite ever game as a kid, so I was like, I'll get it for you and put it on my shelf. So yeah, and this is the final bit really. So this is where we play the modern stuff, and down here is all the ignore all that over there. Edit that. So this is the final kind of part of the room. This is mainly the collection of Disney's Lego brickheads that we've been getting the last few years. They're really good. Kids love them, stick them on the shelf, never to be played with again. But also, we're big Disney fans as well, as it's probably been made apparent now. I actually have every single Disney Infinity, if anyone ever played that, Disney Infinity figure ever released, apart from Alice in Wonderland. It was a sick joke to myself. They cancelled the game, and that was like the last figure I need. I was like, no, I'm not going to get it. I'm not going to give them any more money. They're going to cancel this game. I'm not going to do it. And I know I'm going to get it one day. And these are all the ones. So we've got like interactive ones. When we go, we've been to like Universal and stuff, and obviously the Harry Potter tour. So every time I go, I can always buy one. Now I'm not saying that I've gone this many times. This is like one for me, wife, one of the kids has got one, and we've gone to the studio tours, and I've done the play up in London, so we obviously got that one as well. But it's just a memento of each time I go, which has made it a thing. Last little bit of pop figures that I've got to run alongside down here, and back to the modern stuff where I play everything. So this is kind of me. This is where I sit. This is where I play the PlayStation, the Switch 2, originally the Switch 1. Now I've got just all my storage of consoles down here. So my original aim, which was influenced by the wife, was to get every console ever released, ever. That died a death quite quick because there's a lot, and you can't. I've taken too many detours on my collection journey so far, so I need to streamline. I need to think, right, which direction am I going in? And like I've alluded to, Sega, full power set, do that first. But you know what it's like, you see something, you're like, oh, I'm gonna get it. I need to get it. I need it. You don't need it, but you need it, you know. So I've got a PS1, PS2. I've got a couple of PS2s. They're hidden somewhere. One's down there, obviously, slimline. PS3, PS4, Atari 2600. I know, random. Xbox One S, Dreamcast, Saturn, Mega Drive, Master System, NES, SNES, N64, 360, Xbox, Wii U, and there is a Wii hidden under there. And all my handhelds. So, like, look how dusty and horrible it is. Vita, PSPs, SPs, 3DS News, Ultra DS, Game Boy Pocket, 2 Game Boy Pockets, DS Lites. I'm gonna say it now, DS Lite is probably the best modern / retro handheld ever, the original DS Lite, because of that little slot there. You know why. Some Game Boy Advance under there, and just some more stuff, you know, handhelds. If you can see it in there. I don't want to pull it all out because this video's running long enough, and I've probably bored everyone, and everyone's probably switched off at this point anyway. But if I can try and make an edit out of it, I will. So yeah, that's the room. Oh, and finally, the kids' Lego of Animal Crossing. I say the kids, I influenced that. So yeah, that's my collection. I'm going to try and put this up in the next couple of days, try and edit it tonight, and just say, you know, see what you think. Yeah, that's kind of it. If you would like me to do anything else, or if you find any of this interesting, please like, subscribe, comment, all that stuff that I don't understand yet. And yeah, thanks very much, and hopefully I'll do another one again. Maybe. Thank you.